Hello everyone, welcome to ThemeGrill. So in this video, I'll show you how to create a complete e-learning site within WordPress. You'll not only be able to create and sell premium courses, but you'll also be able to give out certificates to your users. So this is going to be a complete tutorial. We'll go over domain, we'll go over hosting, we'll go over creating and customizing the entire site, creating your course with lessons, quizzes. We'll make that course premium, add a few payment integrations, and we'll also create custom certificates. So let's jump right into it. But before we do, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Okay, so before we get started, let me show you a preview of the sort of site that we're going to create today. So we're going to create this sort of complete e-learning website that you can see with an amazing design. We're going to be using the e-learning theme. You'll not just be able to create courses in here, you'll be able to create premium courses. You can sell those as well. You can connect payment integrations, and yeah, users will be able to buy this course. And not just that, you'll also be able to provide your users with certificates for completing the course. So yeah, this is what the site is looking like. We've got many different pages here with contact forms, everything. A fully furnished site. So yeah, let's learn how to do this. And I guess let me also show you the user experience of the website. A user can basically log in, they can view their account details so that they can see which course they are enrolled in. They can view their profile details in here. And not just that, once they've completed the course, they can get a certificate as well. Let me preview this certificate to you. As you can see, this right here is the certificate. And let me show you the course viewing experience. Even though this course is completed, I can restart it. And yeah, here you can see we've got two sections within our course. We don't just have lessons. All right, we have video lessons, we have text lessons with images. Everything looks really interactive. We've also got quizzes. And we can also do live streams within our course. Live stream has currently ended. But yeah, by the end of this video, you'll be able to create a site similar to this. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so even before getting into how to create an e-learning site, first of all, you're gonna have to purchase a hosting and a domain. Now, if you already have hosting and domain set up, then I'll pop up a timestamp right here. You can skip to this part if you already have your hosting and domain set up. If you don't, you can continue with the video. So I'll give you a short brief as to what hosting and domain is. So when you're buying a hosting, it's basically a place for your website to live in. Hosting is what allows your website to be visible to the entire world, and domain name is basically a name for your website. Like google.com is a domain name, and here hostinger.com is a domain name as well. So you're gonna have to purchase one of these for your sites. They need to be renewed yearly. Now, I will recommend Hostinger because it is what I've been using for a while. It's pretty easy to use, but you can choose any hosting platform that you like. You can do your research, you can see which one's cheap, which one's better. If you're going to be using Hostinger, then I will recommend the premium plan. If you're just starting out, you can create 100 websites within this plan. Now this is shared hosting, so ideally you will not actually put 100 websites into it. But yeah, with this plan, you also get a free domain, so you don't have to separately buy a domain. Everything is included. So it is going to be standard checkout process. You can choose the plan, and then you'll be redirected to the cart page. And here you can choose the time duration for how long you want to purchase the hosting and the domain. Now, initially, when you're starting out, if you buy it for a couple years, then it's going to be really cheap for you in the long run. So depending on your budget, choose the highest period that you can. Once you've done that, you can also add a coupon code for additional discount. And if you use the coupon code ThemeGrill, you'll get an additional discount on top of whatever discount they're giving you. And yeah, currently they're running a Black Friday sale, so hosting is going to be really cheap right now. So initially, when you buy it, you can buy it for $1.79 per month, but you can see here that it's going to renew for $7.99 per month. So yes, keep that in mind. So once you've done this, you can simply click on continue, and here you can fill out your billing address. So it is already filled out for me because I already have an account in Hostinger. For this video, I'm not actually going to be buying the hosting. I'm simply going to add a new website into my existing hosting. So yeah, you can simply fill out your address and you can click on continue. You can go through the payment, and then I'll show you what's going to happen after that. So yeah, as soon as your payment goes through, you'll see a screen, something similar to this. It's going to ask you a few questions. I'm just going to click on create a new website. I'm going to do next. It's going to ask you with which tool you want to create your website. How do you want to build your website? Choose WordPress here. Do next. And here you're going to have to fill out your login details for your WordPress account. Now by default, it's going to use the email which you've used to create your Hostinger account. Whatever email you've used, it'll show up right here. If you want to use that that email fine. If not, you can change it. And also you're gonna have to set a password. Now make sure you keep these credentials safe somewhere, because this is going to be how you will access your WordPress website. So once you've got your information ready, just click on next. And here again, it's going to ask you what sort of site you want to build. Just skip all this, click on create a blank site. Now here, if you bought Hostinger's plan where a free domain is included, then you can simply type in the domain name that you want to use. Now first of all, you're going to have to see whether or not your domain name is available. Suppose I want to use 45courses.com. I'll have to see whether or not it's available or not. It is available, 45courses.com. It costs $4.99 for the first year, but if your hosting came with a free domain included, then it's going to show free right here. You can simply select it, and when you click next, it's going to ask you to fill out some information regarding the domain, and the domain will be yours. You'll probably get an activation email as well, so make sure you check your email inbox too. Now for this video, I already have a domain name, so I'm actually not going to be purchasing it. So here I'm just going to use elearning.testgrill.net. It is a subdomain, but yeah, don't worry about it. Just click next. Now it's going to install WordPress, which might take a little bit of time. Alright, so there we go. It seems we are ready. So as soon as your website has been set up, you'll be redirected to your WordPress backend right here. Okay, so currently by default, a few plugins have been added onto your WordPress site. Now I like a clean website, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove all these plugins from my website. Now you might have noticed something. Currently we are using a preview domain that is provided to us by Hostinger. Now first of all, even before removing all these plugins, let's hover over this Hostinger menu right here and let's go to our Edge panel. So Edge panel is basically the place from where you can manage your hosting, the websites that you have within your hosting. So yeah, if I click here on websites, then I can see elearning.testgrill.net. The site is currently being hosted. Now if I click on WordPress admin here once again, it should redirect me to the actual site. There we go. Now we're on the correct site, elearning.testgrill.net. This is our website. Now, just like I said before, I like to start with a very clean site. So I'm going to go within plugins. I'm going to select all these plugins. I'll deactivate them and I'll delete all these. Click on delete and apply once again. All the plugins have now been removed and we're starting with a fresh new website. So here you can see this is currently what our website is looking like. It's a very empty looking website, but don't worry, we're going to transform this website into an amazing e-learning website. So now we'll start with the actual site creation process. So here we have a fresh new WordPress installation. Now we're going to go within appearance here. Then we're going to go within themes. Now click on add new theme and simply search for e-learning. And once you've typed it in, you should see this theme right here. So we're going to be using this theme to create our website. Simply click on install. So once the theme has been installed, simply click on activate. Now, as soon as the theme has been activated, you'll see this pop up right here where it says, welcome, thank you for choosing e-learning, take full advantage, blah, blah, blah. Just click on get started with e-learning. This will help us import a ready-made site and we can just jumpstart by making changes to the website and we'll have a website in no time. So there you go, their demo importer plugin has now been installed. Now here you can choose from these different designs right here. You've got the classic e-learning demo right here. This is what the courses will look like, and you can also see what different plugins they're going to be using. This one called the Learn Loop is what I like. So yeah, I'm going to be using this demo for this video. So you can see here it's going to add 3 different plugins here, one of them being Elementor, second one being Everest Forms. This plugin will give us a contact form in our contact page. You can see right here, this is our contact form, and the Master LMS plugin, in which LMS stands for Learning Management System. This plugin right here is going to be responsible for all of our courses, their payment, the certificates, everything. So yeah, simply click on import demo, click on continue, and now the import process has begun. So there you go, the site has been successfully imported. So if you click on this live preview button right here, it's going to show you a preview of your website. There it is. This is what our website is looking like currently. I'll show you how to customize all the different elements, all the different pages. So yeah, don't even sweat it. But for now, this is what our site is looking like. We have a home page, we have a blogs page here, we have a courses page here as well, where all our courses will be shown. And these right here are sample courses. So yeah, your course, whatever it is that you're planning to create, will show up here as well. We also have an account page where people can basically register, they can log in, they can see which courses they're currently enrolled in, they can see their profile details, they can see their order history. And finally, we also have a contact page where we have a contact form. People can fill this out, they can get in contact with you. So yeah, this is how it's looking. So now let's not worry about site customization. We'll get back to it. But first of all, let's learn how to add a new course. Okay, now let's get to our course creation process, but even before we create this course, you must understand a few things first. Okay, so the functionality of turning our WordPress website into a e-learning website by, adding courses, certificates, all that stuff is currently being done by this Mastery LMS plugin right here. Now, this is a free plugin with which you can create an online course, you can add payment integrations to it, you can even create certificates, you can sell that course to as many people as you want. There is no limitations there, there is no catch there. With the free version, you can still create premium courses, you can sell those premium courses, and you can even generate certificates for your students. But if you want extended features, then you're gonna have to get the premium version of this plugin. Now, you can follow through with this tutorial even if you're using the free version, but just for the sake of it, I'll be using the premium version, which if you go to Masterio's pricing page, which is masterio.com/pricing, then you can snag a premium version of the plugin right here. You can see what the premium version of this plugin has to offer, whatever it is that you want. If you want any extended features, then you can get the premium version of this plugin, but the free version will work just fine as well. Now, it is a standard checkout process, after which you'll get an email from where you'll get a link, and then you can download the premium zip file, and you'll also get your license key. So I'm simply going to copy my license key here, and I'm simply going to download the latest zip file right here, which is 2.15.1. So back here within my WordPress dashboard, I'm going to go within plugins, and I'm going to click on add new plugin. Then I'll just upload a new plugin file. I'm going to click on upload, and I'm going to choose the file that I just downloaded. Choose the zip file that you just downloaded, click on open, and you can install the plugin. Now let's click on activate, and there we go, we've installed the premium version of this plugin. Now let's go ahead, let's activate it. If we go within Masterio and license here, then we can paste in the license key that we just copied and click on activate. So there you go, our license key has been activated as well. And now finally we can get started with our course creation process. So from within the Masterio menu, if you go here within courses, you'll see currently these are all the courses, these are the demo courses that are provided to us by Masterio. So you can simply select all of them and you can trash it. But right now I'm not going to remove any of these courses right here because the course page looks pretty nice with all the courses in it. So I'm just going to leave them as it is, and I'm just going to add a new course. So I'm going to unselect all these items, and I'm going to click on add new course. So here you can give your course a name. I'm going to name it How to Fly Kites, the Kite Mastery. Yes, that is going to be my course name. After you've given your course a name, give it a description. I'm just going to paste in this content that I have, and if you want to, you can make this content better by making things italicized, bold, underlined, whatever it is that you want to do. You can format the text however you want to. You can even insert media here, you can add links, whatever it is that you want to do, you can. But yeah, now let's give our course some highlights. Kite Mastery Certified Course, because we'll be giving out certificates for this course as well. Learn from the best, become the best. Now, of course, when you're creating a course, make sure you have better highlights than what I have here. But yeah, let's continue. So if you plan to create multiple courses within your sites, then you can categorize all those courses within different categories. So you can simply click on add new category here, and you can give your category a name. I'm going to name it kites. Kites. And I'm simply going to add a new category. There you go, the category has been added, and now I can select that category here, kites, as the category for my course. So here I'm going to add a new featured image. So I'm simply going to click on this button right here, and I'm going to drag and drop the image that I want to use. There we go, the image has been uploaded. I'm simply going to click on select, and there we have our featured image. For now, I'm not going to add a featured video. If you want to, you can. Now let's click on next, and now we are within our course builder. So let's preview what we have created till now. So if I click on this preview button right here, it's going to open up the course page, the single course page, and this is our course. Our course title, How to Fly Kites, the Kite Mastery. We have our overview section right here. We have our course highlights, and we have some course stats right here. So yeah, now if I click on curriculum, then you can see there is quite literally nothing here because we're going to have to add all this in. So let's go back to our course builder. So within your course, you can add a new section. So sections help you categorize your course. The first section that I'm going to add is the Kite Basics. Add. So now within this section, you can add different contents. You can either add a text lesson, a video lesson. You can even add a live stream lesson. You can add a quiz. You can add Google Meet. You can even add Zoom meetings in here, and you can even add assignments, but those are only available in the premium version, for which you're gonna have to enable an add-on. But for now, let's not get into it. Right now, I'm going to add a new video lesson into this course. So I'm gonna click on video lesson, and now we're gonna have to give our lesson a name. I'm going to name it Types of Kites. Now it's going to ask us for a video source. Now you can either self-host the video on your site, which is not recommended whatsoever. But yeah, besides that, you can use YouTube, Vimeo, or you can use an external URL. Suppose you're hosting the video on a streaming platform, then you can use an external URL, or you can embed a video as well. But for now, since I'm just showing you how to create a course, I'm going to choose self-hosted, and I'm going to add a new video. So I'm going to click on add video, and I'll upload the file that I have here. This is the video I want to use. I downloaded it from Pixels. So yeah, I'm just gonna upload this video here, and I'm gonna click on select. So there you go, our video. So there you go, the video has been added to our lesson. Now if you want to add timestamps to your video so that it's easier for your viewers to know what they're studying about, then you can simply drag around these points. Suppose 1 to 2 seconds of the video is intro, so I'm gonna type in intro, I'm gonna add it there. So suppose 2 to 5 seconds is, or you know what, let's make it 8 seconds is the main content. I can type that in and I can click on add, and suppose 8 to 10 is the outro, then I can simply type that in as well, and I can add it, and you can watch its preview here. So viewers can see different sections of the video, and it makes it easier for them to learn. So once you've done that, you can also add a description here for this lesson. I'm just going to paste in the content that I have been using. So yeah, this is what I've used here, and again, you can format this text however you want to. You can make it appealing. So yeah, once you've done all that you need to do, simply click on publish. So there you go, we have our first ever lesson within our course. So I'm going to preview it once again. I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like. Here's our course, and if I click here within the curriculum tab, then you can see we have the kite basics as our section, and within the section we have types of kites as our video lesson. So let me click on start course and let me preview what it's looking like. So here within our learn page, you can see this is our first lesson, types of kites, within the kite basics section. And yeah, this is the video with timestamps, and we also have this lesson description here. So yeah, looking pretty good. So now let's get back and let's populate this course with more content. So if you want to add a text lesson, you can do that as well. Simply click on text lesson, give it a name. So I've just named it how are kites able to fly. So suppose I want this to be just an informational section that viewers can read, then I can give it a name. I can give whatever content it is that I want to. And by the way, you can make it as long as possible. You can extend it, and yes, I'm repeating it again, but yeah, you can format it however you want to. I'm simply going to click on publish. But before we do that, you can also add featured images to lessons. So suppose I want to use the same image as my lesson's featured image, then I can select it. There it is. So I'm going to publish this lesson as well. Click on publish and let's preview. So if I click on start course here once again, then within the learn page, we have another lesson here called how are kites able to fly. And you can see by the icon, it represents this is a text lesson. So yeah, we have our image, we have our description. So this is our text lesson. Now let's get back and let's spice things up by adding a new quiz. So let's click on add new section here, and I'm going to name this test your knowledge. Simply click on add, and here I'm going to click on add new content, and I'm going to select quiz. So now let's give our quiz a name, kite mastery trials. I'm going to click on add new quiz. So let's get started with our first question. I'm going to click on add new question, and we have an untitled question here. Let's click on it. And we have many different question types to choose from. If you're using the premium version, then you'll have a lot more question types. If you're using the free version, the question type choices will be limited. So we got true or false, single choice, multiple choice, text answer, match the following, fill in the blanks, audio, video, and sortable. So we've got 9 different question types, and I'm pretty sure they'll be adding new ones in the future. But yeah, for now, this is what we have. I'm going to add a true or false question here. Now I need to type in the question. Kites can only fly underground. Now let's select true or false. Now, kites can only fly underground. Obviously, this is a false statement. And if we go down here, we can select the correct answer. So false is the correct answer. So here I have checkboxed false. And we have 2 options here called true and false. If I want to rename these, I can do that as well. So suppose I want to make it this statement is true. I can write that in. And for this one, I want to say this statement is false. And now students can choose from one of these answers. Now, if I want to give an explanation for the answer, I can do that. Like I can type in kites can only fly on air. And this message or this explanation will be shown to your students only after they answer the question. So if you want to add points to this quiz, then you can assign points to the questions as well. So I'm going to give it 10 points and I'm going to click on update. So yeah, there we go. Now let's add another question type, or another question, which is going to be a different question type. Let's choose a text answer and let's type in our next question. Explain briefly how a kite is able to fly. So yeah, I'm going to assign 10 points as well. For this question, there will not be an answer explanation. And we can also add minimum character lengths. So I'm going to leave it at 300 and I'm going to click on update. Now, if you want to, you can add another question here and you can choose from all these different question types. They're pretty easy to set up. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to add in 2 questions and let's go within settings. Now, within settings, since we added 2 questions with 10 points each, then our full points is going to be 20. And suppose if you have a lot of questions, then you can simply click on auto calculate and it's going to calculate the full point based on whatever questions you have and whatever points you've assigned to each question. So here you can also set your pass point, which in my case, I'm going to put 10. You can also add duration for this course. So suppose I want it to be like 15 minutes, then I can add that in and I can put a limit as to how many times a student is allowed to retake this quiz. So if I want to add a limit, then I can say a student is only allowed to attempt this quiz 2 times. And there we go. That is it. I'm going to click on update and let me show you what it's looking like. If I click on this preview button once again, then I should be able to see our test your knowledge section here, and within which we have our kite mastery trial. So if I click on start quiz, then I can simply answer the questions here. This is what our quiz is looking like, but we'll get back to our quiz in a bit. We also have a timer here, which looks pretty neat. So yeah, there we go. We've added a new quiz within our course. So in the same way that I added these sections, I added the lessons, you can add in new content within the course. You can even add a live stream lesson. So suppose you're doing a live stream over on YouTube, then you can paste its link here, just give it a name. And wherever it is that you're doing your live stream, simply copy your live stream link and you can paste it in here. I'm just using Lo-Fi Girl, don't mind me. And yeah, you're gonna have to give your live stream a start time and an end time. So select the date, the time, so 29th of November from 12 a.m. to, not actually 12 a.m. Let's do from 9 a.m. to something like 10 p.m. Not 10 p.m, 10 a.m, my bad. So I'm just going to leave it at 10 a.m. There we go. If you want to give your live stream lesson a description, you can do that as well. I'm just going to type in tune in and learn in real time. There we go. There's other options here as well for your live stream lesson. But for now, I'm just going to publish it like it is. And let me preview what it's going to look like. Okay, so right now it's showing that the live stream has already ended and that is because of the time. So let me go ahead and let me fix that. So I'm going to put in my time as 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Or we'll just leave it at 10 p.m. Why not? I'm going to update this as well. And now if I refresh this page, the live stream should be running. So there you go. Our live stream is running here. And if you want to show live chats as well, you can do that too. So viewers can see the live chat. They can interact with people over on YouTube. So yeah, pretty good. To enable live chat, by the way, you can simply edit your live stream lesson and you can enable live chat. So yeah. There we go. You can do the same thing. You can add multiple different lessons here, multiple different sections with multiple different video lessons, whatever it is that you want to, you can. If you want to add assignments, you can simply go within add-ons. You can search for assignments. You can enable it. And within courses, if we edit this course once again, go within builder here and you can add a new content. You can add assignment here. So you can explore that for yourself. But for now, let's move on. So we're officially done creating our course. Now let me show you how a normal user would interact with the site and the course as of right now. I'm going to open this site on an incognito window to show you what it will look like for them. So first of all, I guess they'll land to the home page. They'll see that the website's looking all good. They'll probably go towards our courses page and they'll see this shiny new course, how to fly kites, the kite mastery. And currently, since our course is free, they can simply just start the course. They'll be let in and they can view all the different lessons, quizzes that we have within this course. There's nothing really stopping them, right? But now let's go ahead and let's make this course premium so that a user has to pay and only after that they'll be let into the course. So for that, let's go back to our WordPress backend. From within Masterio, go towards settings, and from in here, go down below within advanced, within payments. And once you're here, the first thing that you need to look out for is your currency. So within this currency menu right here, you can choose which currency you would want to do your transactions in. So for me, I'm just going to leave it at US dollar. If I want to change the currency position, like if I want the dollar sign to be at the right, I can do that. At the left, I can just leave it as it is. If I want there to be a space, then I can choose this option right right here. I can choose my thousand separator and my decimal separator, or I can just turn off decimals altogether, and yeah, I can just save it. Right, so once you've done this, your site-wide currency has been set to $2. So now let's go ahead and let's make our course premium. So for that, let's go within courses in here, and from our courses list, let's edit the course that we just created. Let's go within settings and pricing. Now from in here, you've got two different options to choose from when a course is free. One of them is, you can just let the course be accessible to anyone, and the second one is a user will have to register to access the course. So that is the options you have for free. For premium, you have a one-time fee or a recurring fee. So if you want users to subscribe to your course monthly or something like that, well, then you can choose the recurring pricing option as well. For now, let's go ahead and let's select one time, and you can give it a one-time fee of something like $100, and you can give it a sale price of $80. So when you do this, what's going to happen is, I'll just show it to you in the front end. Let me refresh this course page. You'll see that $100 is our base price. It will just cross it out and show that $80 is currently the price for this course. And now when a user lands to your courses page, they'll see this course. Now we have a buy now button. So when they click on this buy now button, they'll be redirected to the checkout page. And currently we don't have any payment gateways, so that is a problem. So let's solve it by enabling some payment gateways. Now to enable your payment gateways back from within your WordPress dashboard, go within Masterio and settings. So once you're in here, scroll down, again, go back to payments, and you've got a few different options to choose from. Now by default, you've got PayPal, and you've also got offline payment. Now I guess PayPal is pretty self-explanatory. People will be able to send out the money into your PayPal account. For offline payment, if you enable this, you can basically give out instructions to send out the payment to you. This will be manual mode of payment, so you're gonna have to verify the order, and then you can let people in. But in this video, we're going to check out PayPal and offline payment. Within Masterio, if you go here within the add-ons menu, then from in here, you'll be able to find a lot more payment integrations like Razorpay, you've got Stripe. You can also connect Masterio to other e-commerce platforms like SureCart or WooCommerce right here. Easy digital downloads as well, which will open up many more modes of payment for you. So yeah, you can check that out. But for now, let's go ahead and let's set up our PayPal first. So to set up PayPal, from your Masterio settings, go within payments. And from in here, you'll see standard PayPal. Simply click on it and enable it. Once it has been enabled, you can go ahead and you can quite literally ignore a lot of it. The only things that you would really want to change is PayPal, the title and the description. This will be shown in the front end. Now, if you want to enable IPN notifications for things like indicating refunds, chargebacks, and cancellations, then you can do that. It's only if you want to. The only thing that you really want to do here is to just paste in the email of your valid PayPal account within this PayPal email field and the receiver email field. For me, I'm going to use this Sandbox account that I have. I have this email right here, which I'm going to use. And basically Sandbox is just a test website for PayPal. And Sandbox PayPal or Developer PayPal is basically a testing ground created by PayPal. So yeah, for you, if you have a valid business PayPal account, then you can simply use that email here. And what I'll also do is I'll enable this Sandbox toggle right here, because currently I'm testing the connection. If you're using an actual account, you won't have to do this. And if you have any problem setting this up, I'll leave a link down below of Masterio's documentation to set up PayPal, so you can refer to that as well. But it's a pretty straightforward process. Once you slap in your email, you should be good to go. I'm simply going to save the settings here. And now let me open this site back up within an incognito window. All right, so now a user would come to your courses page. They would see that the course is premium. They would try to buy it. And we have our PayPal payment method here. They can fill out their information just like so, and once they click on proceed to PayPal, then now our site will redirect to PayPal, and you can see here $80. Now the user would have to log in and they can pay via PayPal. Now, what if you don't have PayPal? What if you want to like manually validate all the payments? Well, you can do that as well. Now, if you go back to your WordPress dashboard within the Masterio settings, underneath payments, you should see offline payment here as well. You can simply enable it, and you can change its title, description, and instructions. Okay, so I've basically filled out this information right here. It is a random information that I filled out. So basically I gave a title, please wire the money to the following bank account. If you don't have access to PayPal or any other payment modes, you may wire us the money too, for our description. And within the instructions, we have bank details, bank name, account number, account name. And if you have any other sort of like local payment processors within your country, then you can leave the IDs here as well. And you can tell people to manually contact you after they've sent out their payment. So something like, after sending out the payment, contact us at, and you can give out your phone number right here. You can do something like this for offline payments, and you can manually verify the payments as well, which I'll show you in just a second. For now, let me just save the settings and show you in the front end what it's going to look like. So here we are back again, courses, a user will try to buy it, and here is our checkout. Now, this time our user has two ways to pay for the course, one of them being they can either just wire the money or they can use PayPal, one or the other option. Now, if they choose to wire the money to your bank, they can simply fill out the information right here. All right, create a user, confirm payment, and in here it says your order has been received, and we have the bank details here. For our actual payment, this right here are the instructions. And yeah, you can also do one thing, and that is you can set all this instruction here within your description as well, so the users don't get lost. So there's that option as well. And once you receive this order, you can simply go here within orders underneath Masterio, and I'm pretty sure this right here is the order that we just created. So if I click on edit, you should be able to see that our payment method is offline and the current status of this order is on hold. So now I can see if the payment has come through to my bank account or any other payment processor. After the user has contacted me, I can simply make this order status completed and they'll be able to access their course. And yeah, I'm just gonna update the order just like so. You'll see its status has now been completed. Now for other users who are using PayPal, as soon as the payment goes through, their status will be completed right then and there, so you don't have to really fiddle with the orders as much, and your users will be able to access the course. So that is one really handy integration that we have from Masterio to PayPal and other payment methods. You don't have to manually look over each and every single order. So there you go. Now our course is premium. Our customers can now pay for the course. All right, so there we go. We've created a course, made the course premium as well. We've connected PayPal. We've also enabled offline payment for our students. But now if you're creating premium courses, users will want to get some sort of certification for this course since they are spending money on it. Well, in that scenario, you can also create certificates for your users. If you're using the free version, I think you're only limited to a single certificate design. But yeah, if you're using the premium version, you can create custom designs and all that. So let's see how that works. So to give out certificates for your course, let's go back to our WordPress dashboard, and from in here we need to go within Masterio and add-ons. So let's search for certificate builder and let's enable it. Once the certificate builder add-on has been enabled, let's refresh it and we should be able to see this menu right here called certificates. And now from in here, you can simply click on add new certificate. So now here we've got a few different templates that we can choose from. We've got 6 different templates. Now, whichever one you like, you can choose that, or you can also create a blank slate and you can design your own. But yeah, for now, I've selected this certificate sample 2. All right, so here we have our certificate ready. Now I can give this certificate a name first. I can rename it as Kite Certificate. I guess I'll type in Kite Course Certificate because Kite Certificate sounds kind of brain dead. But yeah, there you go. You can give your certificate a name, and from in here you can basically make changes to the certificate. You can make changes to the text, and if you want to change the background and do other stuffs, you can do that as well. So currently this certificate builder is based on blocks, so let me enlarge it first so we have a fuller page. And from in here, if you want to change this background, then you can see right here, we have this certificate background layer within which we have all these other blocks like headings, we got spacers, paragraph, and we got some dynamic blocks here as well called student name. So these blocks will basically pull information of the student or the course, and these will be filled in dynamically. I'll show you what they'll look like in just a bit. But yeah, for now, if you want to change the certificate background, then you can enable the block options here and you can change the background image. And to change the background image, you can simply go online. You can search for certificate backgrounds, and whichever one you want to use, you can simply drag and drop those in here. You can select it, and if you want to make changes to the text, their font, etc., then you've got your block settings right here. You can simply choose the font, choose its size, its color, background color for the text, and you've got many other things that you can do. And you can also render images within the certificate. So you see these lines right here. Yeah, these are images that are put within columns. So yeah, you can do this as well. So yeah, I guess let's make a few changes to this certificate. I'm just gonna type in certificate of completion, I guess. Yeah, sure. Certificate of completion. This is to certify that student name has completed and passed the course, and it will render the course title here. So if you want to change this message here, you can do that. And here we've got 2 spaces for date and signature. All right, I'm pretty sure date will be rendered automatically on its own. And here you've also got 2 different spaces for date and signature. Now for date, I'm pretty sure we have a date block. So yeah, for our date block, if I simply click on any of these blocks right here, I'll have this blocks inserter option enabled. I can simply click on it, and here I should be able to find course completion date. I can simply drag and drop it somewhere around there. Sounds like a good idea. I think it should be on top of this image, so let's go ahead and let's change that. Actually, pretty sure image is within this column right here. I can drag and drop it right there. So here we have our completion date, which is going to render right on top of this line. Whenever it is that a student completes the course, the date is going to be dynamically displayed. Now, as for signature, you can do the same thing. So what you can do is you can sign a piece of paper, you can click its photo, and you can turn that into a digital signature, and you can render that image here as well. And once you've done that, whenever your students try to, I guess, print the certificate or something, your signature will be rendered there as well. So you can just get a digital signature image here and it will work out just fine. But yeah, so far I think this certificate looks just fine. I'm just going to publish it for now. And now let's go ahead and let's place this certificate within the course that we just created. Now let's go back to our WordPress menu. So I'm simply going to close this certificate builder for now, and I'm going to update this certificate. So now let's go within our courses, edit the course that we just created. Let's go within settings, and you'll have this certificate menu right here. Simply click on it, enable certificate, and select the certificate that you just created for the kite course, or whichever certificate you happen to create. Once that is done, here you've got two different options. As soon as a student completes the course, you can just send this out as an email, so they'll receive this certificate as an email in their email inbox. They'll also be able to download it from within the course, and they'll also be able to download it from within the website. But if you want to, you can send it out as an email. And if you want to make it so your students will be able to share the certificate somewhere from the learn page, then yeah, you can do that as well. So let's go ahead and let's update this first. Okay, so now we've done a lot of things that we needed to do. We have created a website, we've created the course, we've made that course premium, we have integrated all the payment integrations that we needed, and we've also created certificates within our course. But now one important thing still remains, and that is to do with your emails. So functionality wise, our e-learning site is ready, but for any user to register into this site, there needs to be a flow of information which is done via emails. So whenever you're sending out emails over the internet, they all need to follow a protocol, and one of such protocol is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. This basically ensures all the mails that are being sent is sent in a proper format. So mails sent following the Simple Mail Transfer Protocol will always be delivered properly. So they will not end up in spam, they will not be blocked by any mailing services. So whenever you're creating any sort of website that deals with sending or receiving of information via email, it's always good to set up SMTP. Now, how do you set up SMTP? Well, first of all, to set up SMTP, you're going to need an email account. Now, the email account could be anything really. It could be your Gmail account, it could be a webmail. If you don't know what a webmail is basically, you see how I have this domain testgrill.net. So if I created an account called sid@testgrill.net, then that is a webmail where I can receive and send emails. Now the hosting that I used for this video called Hostinger. This hosting platform gives me email inboxes or webmails. So yeah, I've created an account here called sid@testgrill.net. If you're someone who is using Hostinger, then creating a webmail account is super easy. You simply go within email accounts for your hosting and you can create an email account. It's really all that simple. But yeah, for me, I already have this email, so I'm going to use this. You could also use Gmail, but generally, if you have an e-learning website, it's good to have a webmail that's tied to your domain, just so it looks more legit. Now, Gmails, you can use that, but that is not recommended whatsoever. Anyways, I'm going to use Hostinger to set up my SMTP. So basically, my website will be sending out emails from this account right here, sid@testgrill.net. And once this has been set up, it basically means my emails will be delivered properly, they'll be sent out quicker, and yeah, my users will basically not have any issues receiving their emails. So let's get started. So simply go within plugins, click on add new plugin, and here you can search for Smart SMTP. Now this is a newer plugin, but it is really lightweight, it's really easy to use, so that is why I recommend you use Smart SMTP. And make sure you remove this space and search for Smart SMTP. It's kind of having a hard time showing up because it is a newer plugin. So yeah, just simply click on install now. Once it has been installed, click on activate. And once that is done, you'll see this Smart SMTP tab right here. Simply click on it. And now you can go about setting up your SMTP. So for me, I'm going to click on this other SMTP option. First of all, I'm going to make it active. And now here in the from email address, I'm going to have to enter the email address that I want to use that will be sending out all the emails to my users. So it's going to be sid@testgrill.net. From name is going to be sid@learnloop, but I'm just going to type in learnloop. Why not? I think that is the name of the website if I'm not wrong. Yeah, learnloop is the name of the website. So yeah, reply to email address. Basically, if a user were to reply to this email, which email will that reply go to? It's basically saying that. I'm going to use the same email here. If you've got many different emails, then yeah, you can set it up however you want to. Now it's going to here ask you for SMTP host. Now depending on which hosting you're using, whether you're setting up webmail, whether you're setting up Outlook, Gmail, your SMTP host is going to be different. So you can simply go over to Google and you can search for SMTP host, Hostinger, So actually, instead of SMTP host hostinger, let's just type in SMTP host server hostinger, and it should show me the SMTP port. So for me, if I follow this link right here, I should have the SMTP host right here. So yeah, for me it is smtp.hostinger.com. If you're using Gmail, then your SMTP host for Google or Gmail will be, I'm pretty sure it's smtp.gmail.com. If you're using Outlook, it's going to be smtp-mail.outlook.com. So yeah, just do a quick Google search and yeah, you'll get your SMTP server name. For me, it is smtp.hostinger.com. So I'm just going to type that in, smtp.hostinger.com. Now I'll be using the TLS type encryption. So I'm simply going to choose TLS. You don't need to think a lot about this, simply just choose TLS and you'll be good to go. And now here, toggle this SMTP authentication button. Here, basically you have to type in whatever the email and the password is for that account. So for me, my email is going to be sid@ThemeGrill.net, and whatever password I've set for this account within my hosting panel, I'll use that. So that is my email. And I'm going to type in my password as well. There it is. Now I'm going to click on Save Connection Settings, and my settings should be saved. So now you can see whether or not your email is working. And to do that, you can go here within Everest Forms. You can go within Settings, and there should be email here. Simply click on it. And from in here, you can send out test emails. So here I'm just going to type in a random email that I have. So I'm going to send this test email, and there it says test email was sent successfully. Please check your inbox to make sure it was delivered. So now, since we just set up the SMTP for this account, sid@ThemeGrill.net, I should have received an email from this account. So let me check it. So there it is. This is the test email that I just sent. So if I click on it, then here you can see the email was sent from sid@ThemeGrill.net. Now for you, it might be something different. You might create a webmail, something like info@ThemeGrill.net. And yeah, I don't think I talked about how to access this email from within your hosting panel. This is the account that you created. If you click on webmail here, then your webmail will open up. Let me type in the password as well. So there it is. This is basically a webmail right here. But within our website, we have set up our webmail. So our emails should be sent to our users properly. Now let's go ahead and let's explore the website like a user would. Okay, so now we're ready to explore this site as a user. And now to do that, let's go ahead, let's copy this URL first. Let me open this site on an incognito window where I'm not logged in as an admin. So yeah, this is me just interacting with the site like a normal user would. So I come in here, I'll probably view the courses, I'll click on buy now, and let me fill out these payment details. Okay, so there we go. I've filled out my information. I'm going to click on this create a user toggle. This basically ensures that an account will be created associated with this email. So yeah, here I have selected the offline payment method. So I'm just going to click on confirm payment now. Okay, so there we go. My order has been processed. It has been received by the website. Here is the payment instruction. And now this user has basically been logged in. So now from in here, I can basically visit the account page and I can see my order status. So I just made the order for our kite course, and its status is currently on hold. So this right here is the user's My Account page. Now, since I used the offline payment method, I'm gonna have to go back within my WordPress dashboard, and I'll have to go within this orders page right here. Let me refresh the page, and yeah, there should be this new order, which I can edit it. I can verify if the payment has come through within the offline payment mode, whatever it is that you've set within the instructions. So once you've verified, once everything looks legit, you can simply go ahead and you can make its status completed, and you can update the order. Once that is done, now this user, test Sid, should be able to access the course. So let me just click right here on your courses. And here you can see currently it says a start course. And if I go back once again to my order history, then yep, the order status has been completed as well. So let's go ahead and let's click on start course. But before we do that, we need to do one thing, and that is to set our password. So as soon as this user was registered during checkout, an email was sent. So let me go ahead, let me open up my Gmail. Okay, so here you can see we've got these 4 emails. So let me open each one of them. It says, thank you for registering at LearnLoop. You can now log into your account from elearning.testgrill.net/account. So this is as soon as the registration has been completed. And the second one we have is a password reset request. So as soon as this user registers via checkout, they need to set up their password. So once a user clicks on this link, let me go ahead, copy this link and open it up within that incognito window. So if I open this on an incognito window, then you can see that I can set my new password here. So I'm just going to set my new password. So there it is, just a very generic password. I'm going to re-enter that password here and I'm going to click on reset. So from within the account page, I'm gonna log in. There's my email, there's my password, and I'm gonna click on sign in. And there it is. I've totally signed in. It shows here within my enrolled course, the count is 1. So if I go here within your courses, I can start the course. And here I am within the learn page. I can view the videos. I've got my text content here. As soon as I've watched this video, I can mark it as complete, and the lesson has been marked as complete. So now I can move on to the next lesson here. This is just a text-based lesson. I can read this, I can mark this as complete. I can go over my quiz now, which you can see it's right here. And also, by the way, these are totally retractable, and I can track that as well for a distraction-free learning experience. But yeah, right now I'm just gonna leave those extended because I like the navigation menu. I like to see this progress bar here as well. There's also notifications. Ooh, dark mode as well, so I can enable this. It's gonna be easier for my eyes. But I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Let's go ahead, let's start our quiz. Now I kind of forgot what the questions were, but anyways, kites can fly on the ground. That statement is false. Explain briefly. Blah 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 blah, whatever. And I'm just gonna click on submit quiz, confirm. So there it is. So my result is currently still pending because the second question, it was a text-based answer. So basically an instructor would have to verify that answer. So I'm just gonna click on complete quiz, and yeah, I'll be able to view this quiz attempt in the backend as an admin as well, so don't even worry about that. But yeah, as soon as that is done, I can go ahead, I can move over to our live stream, which it has already ended. I showed you the live stream experience before, so I'm just gonna mark this as complete as well. So now our progress bar should be 100%. There it is. I have successfully completed the course. Now if I click here on download certificate, then my certificate should be downloaded. So let me click on download certificate. There it is. Click on download once again. I can preview it. There you go, it has been downloaded. I can also preview it right here if I click on preview. So here it is, our certificate. The dynamic values like the name of the person, the name of the course, and the date, all of them have been changed up dynamically, so that is pretty neat. So yeah, there we go, our certificate is complete as well. And as for your user, this is pretty much as streamlined as the experience gets. Now I guess from within your user's perspective, within the contact page, you also have a form. So if I fill out this form right here, I'm going to use fake filler. I can submit this form. So if basically students or potential clients of yours have any sort of inquiry about the course, then they can contact you using this form, and you can view its entries in the backend. Let me show you. And yeah, I guess before we get into the form, let me also show you the remaining emails. So besides that, we've got 2 other emails. Basically an email that tells them what the status of their order is. Nothing much there. And yeah, I showed you this as well. This right here, the course has been completed and the certificate has been emailed to your user as well, so they can download the certificate from in here too. So there you go, we are done with the email part. Now for the contact form, you can view the entries from within Everest Forms and entries right here. You can see, and this right here is the entry. So that is the contact form part. So there it is. We explored the site from a user's perspective. Now let's go ahead and let's teach you how to customize your website. You might want to customize the logo. You might want to customize the buttons here. You might want to customize the photos, everything. Let's show you. So the starter template that we imported uses Elementor as a page builder. So yeah, all this is created using Elementor. If you know how to use Elementor, great. You might not have to continue on with the customization section. But if you don't know how to customize anything within your WordPress site, then I'll show you how. Alright, so here we are within the customization section. So let's go ahead and let's customize our website. So first of all, I'm going to show you how to customize the header area. You can see right here, you might want to change this logo, you might want to change these menus, or you might want to change this button here. So how do you do that? Well, it's really simple. Your header is being generated by the theme. So if you go up here and if you click on customize while you're logged in, then you'll be able to access the customizer, the theme customizer. And from in here, you can make changes to everything. So currently we're using the e-learning theme. So e-learning theme has a header builder here. I can go within my header builder, and whatever things I want to rearrange, I can rearrange them. So this right here, site title and logo, it's being rendered right here that you can see. So I can drag this around. Maybe I want to drag it to the header top bar. I can drag it there, and yeah, this is how it's going to look. Maybe I want my menu to be in the middle, and maybe I just don't want this button at all. Or you know what, I think the button looks good. I'm just going to leave it there as it is. Maybe I want to change the link for this button, so I'm going to go right there. I'm going to edit it, and you can see currently does not have a link. So let's give it a link. So the link we want to give it is going to be the My Account page link. So the link is elearning.ThemeGrill.net/account. So I'm just going to paste this link in here. And yeah, I can change the color of this button from right here, normal, and we have the hover state. So maybe I want the hover state to be totally black. Don't know why I would want that, but if you want to, I mean, you can do that as well. So I'm just going to leave it as it is, like it was before. I don't really remember what the color was, so I'm just going to choose a lighter color. Something like that. Let me see. Good enough for now. I'm just going to click on publish here. And if you want to change this logo, then you can simply click on it. And from in here, you can remove that logo or you can update it. I'm going to click on update and maybe I want this Maustria logo there instead. So I can select it and there it is. We have changed our logo. But for now, I'm just going to keep it as Learn Loop because I think it goes well with the website. So yeah, if you want to change its height, you can do that as well. Or its size, my bad. Yeah, something like this. It looks all right. I'm going to click on publish. You can also change the site icon logo. So right here, you can see how we have this lightning sort of thing here. So you can change that as well. You can upload a new logo there too. And this is how you would customize your header. Now let's go back. And while we're on the topic of header, let's talk about our footer as well, because our footer is given to us or generated by our theme as well. So let's go back. The e-learning theme has a footer builder as well. So I'm going to click on it. You can see this is the footer builder. You can see all the widgets here as well. You can edit these widgets to see what content there is, to edit the content within it. So as I said before, you can change this logo. You can change this short little description here as well. You can simply click on the widget and yeah, you can edit the content from in here. You can change the logo from in here as well. This right here is block based, unlike the previous one. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Maybe I want to change the link for this button as well. I can do that. So yeah, for the get started button, maybe I want to change its name to something like view courses. And maybe I want to link my courses page into it. So in here, I can basically paste in my courses page link, this link right here. So let me go within my courses page. Let me copy this link and I can paste it in here, press enter. And yeah, as you can see, the button has updated. So I can do the same for other widgets here as well. I can click on this second widget for my quick links. If I click on this gear button right here, I can change the settings like the typography, the color, etc. And if I click on this other icon here, then yeah, I'll be able to change the content. So currently a menu is being shown here. Quick links, maybe I want to change its name to something like other links or something. I don't know. I can basically do it. That is the point. I can edit it however I want to. I can drag it around too. Maybe I can do something like this. I don't know why I would want it, but yeah, the point being I can do it. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it as it is because I think this looks just fine. If you want to change anything here, then you're free to. So I'm just gonna click on publish for now. So there you go. Now let me view it once for you. Let me get out of my customizer. I think I like this header better than the logo being here. I think this is much better. There it is. If I click on this sign in button right here, then it'll take me to my account page. And let's talk about our footer now. So if I click on this view courses button, it should take me to our courses page. There it is. So there you go. We've done that. Now let's do something about this home page. If you want to change the content around within this home page, then you can simply click on this button right here called Edit with Elementor. So Elementor is the page builder, which is currently giving us all this page content basically. So and now we're going to be making changes to our page content. I'll show you how. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be changing the entire page. I'll show you how you can change a few things around. I'll show you how to add a few elements around, and you can do the rest. So for the text, it's really simple. It is really just, click, remove, type, whatever it is that you want to add, you can do that. It says level up your skills. Online learning is fun with, and here I think I'm going to type in the name of the site. It is Learn Loop. So I'm just going to type in Learn Loop. So you can also make change to this content here. You can simply type in join our amazing courses and level up your game. So you can change the content however you want to. Now if you want to make changes to these photos, you can simply click on the photo and you can choose a different image. You can drag in whatever image you want to use. Maybe I want to use this. Why not? Let's see how it looks. So there you go. I changed the image. You can do a similar thing. You can get your own images here. And yeah, maybe instead of learn more, I want to change this button. I want to change its text first to view courses, and I can add a link. So again, I'm going to paste in this courses link within that button too. There you go. So now if a user clicks on this button, they'll be taken to our courses page. I'm simply going to click on publish just to save my changes. So if I go down right here, these are not normal texts. I'm pretty sure these are counters. You can see right here, these are counter blocks. Basically what I mean is, let me refresh this page and show you. You can see that these numbers are counting up. So you can edit their numbers as well. 15,000 students. Maybe you want to change this to something like 100. Or you know what? Actually, let's just do 1 million M plus students. It's going to say 1 million plus students, but I don't think it's going to be counting up. So you know what? Why not just make it 10 million plus students? Yeah, 10 million plus students. So you can do the same with all these other numbers here as well. 75%. Maybe I want to make it like 99.9% success rate, because why not? You got 35 main questions, chief experts. You can set these to be whatever you want to. Maybe you want to change this 35 main questions to something else like, instead of main questions, courses. 35 courses. Sure, why not? So you can make changes to that. Why learn with our courses? As I said before, normal text, you can change these. If you want to change these images, you can simply click on that image and you can choose a different image. Now suppose you don't want this entire section, or you know what, this section is too pretty for me to remove. Let me go down. You know what, something like this section right here, popular courses. Maybe I want to remove this entire section. So if I go here within my layers menu, let me make things a little bit more organized there. Let me click on this section. So this right here is the container that contains all this text. So I can simply just delete this entire container and I can call it a day. And yeah, if I want to change like the background color or something on a section, then yeah, I can simply select the container, which is containing the entire section, all the content that is there. For this section right here, maybe I want to change this white color to something like kind of purplish. Then yeah, I can simply select this container that is currently holding all this content in here. I can go within the style tab. I can change its background like gradient. You can see this. I can change its color just like so. I can choose a gradient. If I want to, then I can choose a classic normal color. But you know what? I'm just going to leave it as a gradient. I'm going to select this color to be white. And this, can I make it slightly pink? Maybe purple? Dude, honestly, I don't even know. I'm not a designer. But yeah, I think I'm just going to make it slightly purple, something like that. Why not? So I'm just going to let it be. I'm just showing you that you can edit all these different elements here. So if you want to add new elements, you can do that as well. If you click on this plus button right here, click on add element, you have all these different things that you can use. You can use different headings, images, text editors. If you want to drag in a video, you can do that. You can generate different buttons. You can even add a Google Maps in here. I think if we go within the contact page right now, there is a Google Map, if I'm not wrong. This right here is the Google Map location. So you can see there's many buttons here. So as you can see, there's many things that you can use here. And if you were to buy the premium version of Elementor, there's many more things that you can use. But yeah, for now, I think we're done customizing the home page. Let me just show you how to edit this contact page now, how to edit the Google Maps location in here. And yeah, I think we'll call it a day. So let's go back. Of course, make sure you have published your changes, and then you may go back, exit to WordPress. Or you know what? You can just click on edit with Elementor right here. I don't know why I was trying to do it there. But yeah, you can edit it just like so. You can click on this button right here, or you can click on this block right here. Let me open this container up. You can see this is a Google Maps block or Elementor widget, whatever it is. You can now change the location. Maybe I want to change the location to Washington, DC. Let's see what's gonna show. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm just gonna choose an area, Capitol Hill. Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna paste in Capitol Hill here. There it is. It's gonna show this area. If I want to make this thing zoomed in a little bit, then I can do that as well. You can actually get this location from within Google Maps. You can just simply copy which location it is and you can paste it in here and it will show it just fine. So I'm just gonna click on publish here. And yeah, I don't think I really need to show you how to customize the other things, right? I mean, this right here is a basic icon that you can switch out. This is a basic text that you can type in. This right here is our form. Now, if you want to learn how to customize this form, you want to maybe get more information from your users. This form is currently being generated via Everest Forms, and I have created a tutorial on how to use Everest Forms, how to get custom fields in here. So yeah, I'll leave a link down in the description below for that. But yeah, for now, I'm guessing we're done. Let me open up our site. There it is. We have our website ready. Our course is ready as well. The course is looking pretty good as well. We can view the curriculums, people can leave reviews. A total e-learning site within WordPress ready. So I hope you guys found that video helpful. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and yeah, I'm Sid. I'll see you whenever I'll see you. Take care.